No, KNOE 8 Sports named the best sportscast in the state 4 out of the last 5 years from the Louisiana Sports Writers Association.
Welcome to sports. Fans are in for another high-powered night out at the Snake Pit. The Moccasins welcoming in the Danville Dashers, a team they've already taken down in both matchups this season. Mocs coming off that 6-0 shutout win over the Zydeco, and this one is shaping up to be another high-scoring affair as the Dashers are minus 60 in goal differential. Mocs is looking to start 2025 in the win column. Goalie Sean Kuhn, a major reason they ended the year with the W, 27 saves in the shutout. Has no plans of changing that. One-on-one off a Mocs turnover. Glove save in front. Now Mocs are going to be on the power play, only scoring 22% on the season. But then it's Coach with a beautiful setup to many guns. He finishes it, had 2 goals in the game. Fans loving the early 1-0 lead less than 7 minutes in. Mocs back on the power play. It's the Dashers getting the good shorthanded break, not with Kuhn in the net. 29 saves on the night. Back to full strength now. Moccasins are going to answer. Kyle Hertzner tried to curl the loose puck in front of the net, pulls it over to Scott Koch. He buries it top shelf. The pride of Plainville, Illinois with 3 points against his home state team. Moccasins send 2 of those birthday boys right there home with the best present of the night. They net 6 goals for the second straight game. Moccasins dominate Danville 6-1.